Yeah, we working now. There we go. Look like we back in here. Yeah, yeah. Eagles web. Eagles web. Yeah. Hey, we back, y'all. Uh, uh, uh. We back. That's all I can say. Is that this thing was tripping. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, but we back on a quick Friday wrap. Don't worry, I'm not gonna keep y'all real long. You know, but yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit. I don't know. Talk about let's see who we got this weekend. Uh, who you guys who you guys favorite today and tomorrow? Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see how it works. See how this works out. Yeah, I'm working on my some of my picks and stuff. Just in case you wonder what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. But hopefully you guys can hear me now. But we're gonna see. We will see. I don't know. I just can't have a disastrous week like I had the last few weeks. I've been having some disastrous weeks in this choosing and picking boxing, man. But let's go. We sitting here. I don't want to get in trouble. I would play some music. Yeah, they'll just take me down. But we'll see. Mhm. We're gonna see how this work out though. We will see how these fights go. I'm not 100% sure. I'll ask you guys how you guys got some of these fights, because I don't know. But we're gonna find out. We're We'll find out because I'll find out what you guys have. I didn't really want to talk about this as much, but I guess we sometimes we just have to. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah, we just have to. Yeah. We'll see how it works. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna see how it worked though. We'll see how this works. Yeah. So all we can do is look. All we do is look forward. Look forward to. Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody. So hopefully I'll be able to make it to the fight, man. When you gotta wait on people, not saying nothing bad, but you know, it's just something I wanted to do. You know, yeah, just wanted to do it on my own. I just, something I just wanted to do. So we'll see. I saw a lot of this really awful assessments for some reason of Earl Spence. It's just like I just noticed a lot of people is being very disrespectful, being very disingenuous. It can't has to be disingenuous. There's no way you could feel on either side that one of the fighters. I mean, I could see somebody just getting beat. Like I don't see like Earl just getting beat the hell up. I can see Bud getting beat the hell up. But when I say that respectfully, I don't mean that he's did actually getting, beat the hell up like that. But I can just see him just like not being able to catch up with Earl. You know what I mean? Yeah, Earl is talking about one-sidedness and stuff. But he hasn't lied to us yet. But either one of them, if we look at them, neither one of them are more or less telling us lies or whatever. They're just telling us what they feel. They're telling us their opinions about stuff. So that's what we got to go by. You can't go by nothing else. You have to go by what they're saying. So there's no need of getting upset. No need of getting mad, because that's what if they're saying that I'm gonna win this way, then that's the way they plan on winning. We don't know. Even these fighters. Because all fights, even though they're not 50-50, they're 50-50. The only time they're 100-100 is when it's a draw. Because then you can make the argument, oh, I won. No, but I won. So, but we're going to see. We're going to see. I don't even know. I think, with me, you say, is it working? Yeah, it seemed to be working, brother. It seemed to be. Let me see. I got to go on let me go on your screen. He said, is it working? I got to go on your screen and see if it's working. Yeah, it's working. And stop playing. I got expensive equipment, but it's just everything's so faulty now. I just had to buy another phone the other day. I'm sitting here with I got four or five skeleton phones. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 or more skeleton phones that ain't working. I got 2 that either barely work. I done changed my networks up. I can't even make phone calls from where I live at. Not on no cellular device. Doesn't make sense. So I can't call them and complain, and yes, I'll leave the house. I can't call them and let them find out what's going on. What's going on. I can't do that, and yes, I'll leave. Yes, I'll leave. God, no, I ain't got no 414s, man. Hell no. I don't even have one. I'm not buying another iPhone, brother. I just bought, this phone I just bought is, let me see. Shit, it's a Samsung something. But you know what they do? So what they do with these new phones is they step up. They step up what these phones can do all the time. It pissed me off, man. Cause this phone, the phone I just got, is a $200 and something phone, right? Which is considered reasonable or cheap today. But I wasn't gonna spend thousands of dollars on no phone because they don't last but a year with me. They might last for somebody else, but with me they don't last that long. So I'm not buying no insurance. I'm just gonna have to replace phones every year. So $200 a year for a phone is good enough. I'm not spending, even if I have a phone for a couple of years, I'm not spending over $1,000 per for phone all the time just because of stupid features. Because I'm not using all that shit anyway. But these new phones are even smarter than the other ones. These phones now, they ask you all kinds of questions, and I like this. I like these smartphones because you can go in there. If you have a question about it, you just type it in, and it comes up and it asks you what you want to do. Would you like to set the lights up or whatever? However you want to do it, just ask you. You don't have to do all this like like the iPhones. You got to go through there. You got to know what you're doing. These other phones, you can just ask, like, which is cool. Because I'd rather do it that way. But anyway, we got, I got some kind of a strike or something. I don't know. I got banned from children. I don't know what y'all said last time or what I said. I'm gonna blame both of us. But yeah, I got, for some reason, they don't, they blocking my content from kids. Well, we always tell them anyway. It's grown folks chat, so it's cool. Yeah, it's cool because it's grown folks chat. So what the hell? It's grown folks chat. Don't get mad at us. It's grown folks chat. That's what it is. Kids ain't supposed to be coming here no way. I don't know. Maybe some kids came in here. Maybe they're the ones that did the complaining. Oh, they're talking about grown folk stuff. Well, hey, that's what we talk about. Then keep your little asses out of here. I mean, I watched my mouth the last show. I didn't use very much foul language, but I used enough. You know, the amount that I used, it was appropriate. I didn't go overboard. You know, nothing like that. Yeah, the people, they just getting so mad. You know what I mean? They getting so mad about this, about the Earl Spence versus Crawford fight. And the thing about it is, this is what I felt. So I felt that it was going to get ridiculous, but I didn't. I figured just maybe a handful of people. But no, the tables is turning. It's like too many people. It's like way too many people. You know what I mean? It's just way too much. It's way too many people just really hating for no reason. They just hating for absolutely no reason. It's crazy, man. And it's like, I don't know why, you know, I don't know why the emotions are up so high. Yeah. The emotions is just they just up to way too high right now. The emotions they're just, like I said, they're way too high. Yeah. And I'm glad I don't really keep up with all these rappers and stuff, man. So y'all don't have to ask me, but I be laughing at some of the stuff that these guys they really are street gangsters. They probably was raised, they wasn't raised by a dad probably, but why they? I read this thing. It says Y and Nelly. Oh, Y and Melly. He collapsed after he got sentenced to life. But I take a lot of stories as just that, stories. I don't take stories as being like true for it all anyway. I don't believe nothing, man. I got to be right there. I don't believe anything. Yeah, I just don't believe none of it. It's like people say it they want to, but I just don't believe it. Like I don't believe it. Yeah, they say stuff. I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, like I said, I don't believe none of it. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I don't believe none of it. Y'all can say what you want to. Say what you want, but I just don't believe none of this crap that comes up. I gotta more or less be there. And matter of fact, even talking about when you talk about, yeah, we would talk about this quick subjects here though. You talking about Mayweather when he sparred Earl Spence. Like some people um, will say that you got a few people that will say it was good work. Yeah, they say, oh, this was good work. And then you have some people at the same time that say Earl was putting paws on Mayweather, even knocked him down and everything else. But we might not ever get the real story. It all depends. Earl is just real, humble. He's real done for. I mean, his his um, his humbleness. I'm gonna say is about. I was just reading something at the same time. And I said it's done for because they saying anyway it's done for. But no, his patience and his humbleness is it's really it's like that's what men do. He keeps up with the boxing. He tries to stay within the boxing culture. So fighters don't usually talk about sparring and stuff like that. But every once in a while they let stuff leak. Like the thing when it came to Broner. Now Broner got out and got beat up by Earl Spence, and more or less everybody found out about that. But for the most part, Earl don't dispute. Uh, he don't just speak on stuff like that because it's sparring. He don't care nothing about that. Yeah. No, 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 no. I didn't hear it, Derek. What's Shane talking about? Shane a weightlifter now. I saw something where Shane was lifting weights. Let me know what happened. Because I don't want to miss these couple of points too, though. Oh yeah, because Shakur. Yeah, I gotta talk about Shakur. So while you're writing what you're writing, I just want to say that I didn't even know that because I don't keep up with the purses like that. But I didn't know that Haney took less than 23% when he fought Kambosos. And yeah, people are gonna argue that he's not that big of a draw or something like that. But I see why he won his money now. I see why he won his money. Like shit, you gotta suffer too, like I did. I only got shit. He's actually offering Shakur Stevenson more than he was offered. And Shakur, you ain't above the law, man. You ain't above all that. You ain't all that to where I can pick and choose. I'm gonna make my money. I don't need to fight you, man. Stop it. Get your ass out there and fight, man. Just that information alone is enough information for me to say that you get your ass out there and fight. That's enough information for me. What you say, Derek? What say ye? What say ye, Derek Bailey? I know I just gave you a question. I'm asking you what Shane said, but get your ass out there and get your asses out there and fight. We're gonna get on some of this trolling and stuff. It's just too much disrespect between the fans, in which I explained this in the beginning. And even though I don't know shit, I explained it in the beginning that it was going to be a lot of that. I said the heat and these fans, I said it's just going to go up higher and higher. You know what I mean? And even though Ryan Garcia, you got you suspect, your personality suspect, you know, you could end up doing good at 140. They're gonna have to watch your ass. You with Derrick James now, they're gonna have to watch you. They might talk a lot, but they're gonna have to watch you. Especially people like Regis Prograde. You need to, people who's they finding out that they chin is not as great as they thought it was. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I did hear something. He didn't elaborate though. I heard him say that, but he didn't elaborate. So what you think about what the other question I asked? Um, about Shakur. I know you got Shakur. Yeah, that's what I heard too. The EJ hurt Bud. Yep. Mr. Johnson Boxing Talking More is up in the piece. He said Derek and Eagle. What up? Yep. Oh, D-Ray didn't bring his ass back, huh? Oh, D-Ray. D-Ray just be checking in, make sure he's still modded up. I'm going to unmod D-Ray just for just to mess with him. I'll mod him back up, but I'm gonna take his blue from his ass. He gonna be like, what the hell? What happened, Eagle? I don't know. Chances are he just be busy or something like that. But yeah, but that's all bullshit. You know what? I listened to an old interview. There's an old interview where there was an interview. I don't even know who he was. That he was trying to. He more or less was, starting some type of racial bullshit. He tried to get like a racial bullshit type of response out of Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali told him, he told him to leave. Like, get your ass out of here. That's what he told him. He said, get your ass out. He said, what you trying to do? He said, you trying to make me say stuff a certain way or something like that. He said, how old are you? Because he was trying to get the respect. He said, how old are you? He said, I'm doing the interview. This is your press conference. I'm doing the interview over here. And Ali said, yeah, but he said, I'm asking you a question. He said, in other words, he was letting Ali know that I do all the questioning, you don't. And Ali put him, would checked his ass, right? And then, he said, Ali told him to get out of here or I'm gonna leave. He said, you get your ass out of here or I'm gonna leave. And then Ali stood up towards him, and Ali said, I told you to I told you to get the fuck out of here, like that. Ali cussing. Because you don't usually hear Ali cussing. Ali had to cuss, man, because, hey, this is his land, man. Ali's a Native American, man. Ali's name was Clay. If you research Clay, you find out that Clay is Chickasaw. So Ali was, even though he went through all that black stuff and got confused, Ali was a Native American. Native American was the greatest of all times. And I don't care what nobody say, you can get mad if you want to, because the Clay name came from his father. So that solidifies it right there. It didn't come from his mother. The Clay name came from his father. He's a Chickasaw. Chickasaw. Yep. And that's a native name anyway, Clay. Anything that have to do with dirt, mud, all that, that's us. We the created people. Okay, let me not get my ass in trouble up in here because that's a controversial subject. Somebody gonna get mad about that. But that's what it is, though. I'm just letting you know. Ali went off on that dude, man. I know that dude. I know his undershorts was brown when he got home. He had to clean himself, man. Because matter of fact, Ali sounded scary right there. Ali sounded scary, like, God dang, that's Ali talking like Ali. You don't talk like that. You usually, keep stuff rhyming, and you really, you're irritating, but you but you ain't that mean with it. I'm like, God dang. Yeah. It'd be nice if I can pull it up, man. It was on, I think it was on my IG. I don't know, I sent you something, Derek, from my IG, but it was something completely different. I sent you something very disrespectful. Shane said he doesn't see Bud beating EJ. He said EJ too big, and he sparred big guys all the time with the Charlos. You know what? This is something that I think people aren't telling us. Derek, and Mr. Johnson out there. I really do believe that Earl actually sparred with Joshua. They just ain't gonna say it. I think he sparred with Anthony Joshua. Earl is insane, man. EJ is he crazy as hell, man. I know EJ probably sparred with Anthony Joshua. I can almost, I can almost guarantee. Johnson Box talking about said who? He said I saw on Bovada they had Yank versus Shakur in September. See, Tank versus Shakur. I heard what happened. So what happened was I heard that Tank did a flip of the coin and he's gonna end up fighting Shakur, something like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you saw that one, Derek? Yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah, Ali went off, man. His eyes changed. You never seen Ali like that. Because usually Ali, he just shows his confidence and he just like, but a regular person versus Ali, you'll get your ass, even in a street fight. Oh, man. I would never have wanted to see Ali in a street fight. You getting your ass completely beat. You are going to get hit. You're going to get hit with 50 punches. And the reason you're going to take 50 punches is because you probably going to be, he's going to throw them that fast. You're going to still be up while you getting rat-a-tat-tatted on. Just not a good look. Just not a good look, though. But yeah, he looked mean. I said looked it. Yeah, but he looked like vicious when in that interview. I was like, God dang, Ali, really? I told you to get the fuck out of here. God dang. I was like, wow. Ali said, get the fuck out of here? Yeah. Oh, Mr. Johnson Box talking more sense. He said when he slapped the old boy, he was mad. Yeah. I mean, Ali he's been through phases like that, but I'm talking about like regular people, like interviewers, people just doing press conferences and shit like that. I'm talking like regular people. I'm not talking about like, mostly like fighters, like boxers. People don't know how heated press conferences used to be. They think all the press conferences is heated now. They used to be way more heated. Remember when Riddick Bowe threw that? He threw like that 4-piece at dude. The dude got paid off of it, but god dang, when Riddick Bowe threw that 4-piece at that dude, cracked him, pop, pop, pop. And he put some heat on the dude too. He smacked this dude. I'm like, that. I mean, press conferences used to be even non-press conferences when they was just meeting or something, just meeting up, just chatting in the studio. Remember when Ali was wrestling with Joe Frazier? He said, sit down, Joe. He said, sit down, Joe. And Joe wanted all the smoke. Joe was like, and Ali had some big dudes with him too. He was like, yeah, I want all the smoke. He said, what, you want some of this too? Joe was with it. Joe from the street. He from the country, but he from the street. You know what I mean? Now, Earl was from the street. Now Earl's from the country. But I don't know. I don't look at it like that. Like a lot of people looking at it. And I know a lot of y'all want Bud. A lot of y'all want Earl. But I'm telling you, you Bud fans, y'all doing a little bit too. Y'all doing too extra right now. Y'all doing extra shit, man. Stop doing all that extra shit, man. Y'all doing way too much extra. And that's why I came back. I was like, y'all doing way too much extra, man. My first show I did, I didn't have the sound. Yeah, but y'all doing way too much extra, man. Stop doing all this extra. Read all about the bullshit, man. Stop all that shit, man. Earl this, Earl that. Y'all trying to belittle and put Earl down. I see my brother Jake to the Brown up in here. Peace to the brother, man. Peace to the soldier, man. I see you out there, brother. Yeah. Yep, Jay Brown said ego. He said the can man web. He said, why you cussing like a sailor? YouTube going. Oh yeah, they got me. They got me, brother. They bet. Well, I don't know what we talked about last show, man. I mean, I know what we talked about, but I don't know that I don't think I was so over animated to where I was just sitting here cussing up a storm or something like that. But everybody know in Eagles Way of Boxing, this grown folks chat in the first place. Everybody know that. Derek Beatty says salute to Mr. Johnson's Boxing Talking More. Derek Beatty also saluted Jay Brown. Jay Brown right back at Deep Beat. He said salute, brother. I'm like, I don't know what happened, man. They just started hating on Eagle. Like, we got a small forum, but they always want to put hands on me. They always want to put hands on Eagle. Like, why y'all want to put hands on Eagle all the time, man? Y'all better talk to my people up in there. Call the ambulance. Was it come and pick up your come and pick up your people? Put their body on the stretcher, lay carry their ass out. That's old Buster Rhymes. I'm like, I mean, we didn't do nothing like that last time that I remember, Jay Brown, we wasn't doing nothing like that. You know? I mean, is it getting so sensitive that if I even say something about, if I mention Bud, it's getting so sensitive that now YouTube like, don't mention Bud. Oh, you hurting the Bud fans' feelings and stuff. Somebody getting their ass whooped, or are we just gonna get a good bout coming up on July 29th? It's simple as that. It ain't no. There's no other. Nothing else. There's nothing else. I mean, you can claim all you want, but come that time, somebody getting their ass whooped, or we either gonna get a good bout, like, oh well, it's gonna be a nail biter, or somebody getting their ass whooped. Something. If one of the stories is gonna come true. It's already written. It's in paper already for the 29th. But then again, is 29th promised to us? All these mouthpieces is 29th. Is it guaranteed that you're gonna be on the 29th? All we can do is hope, brother and sisters. That's all we can do is hope that we get a good fight. And I just don't want to get caught up in no. I'm bringing. I'm bringing my guard. I'm bringing my guard with me. So hopefully everything just goes well up in there. I'm gonna have my guard with me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I just hope everything go well up there. But I can see some stupid shit popping off over there. I can see more than one brawl. I can see more than one. And I don't know about you Omaha cats. I don't know how y'all, bringing it. I don't know how y'all bringing it. Y'all bringing all that smoke with Bud, man. Y'all better try to watch out. Y'all gonna have. There's gonna be a lot of people up there from Texas, man. And what I know about cats from Texas is they can't fight. The street dudes from Texas can fight. The street dudes from DC can fight. Them are some of the most undefeated cats that walk on this earth. The cats from New Jersey, they can fight. The cats from New York can fight, but based on their, based on the amount that there is of them, per capita, I don't really think they not the hardest core. I mean, also cats from Florida can scrap. I'm not saying that cats from anywhere can't scrap. I'm just saying, like, your chances of running into somebody from Florida that can scrap is pretty high. Your chances of running into somebody from Houston, or something like that, the chances that they can scrap is pretty high. I mean, even if you go to L.A., certain places in L.A., I don't want to. You guys know what spots that they can scrap. You already know. And matter of fact, even if you go up in the northern part of California, like San Francisco, we already know that they in boxing place. Any place that if it's top 10, like they got the top 10 of champions, in a lifetime, like San Francisco, L.A., New York, Chicago, Detroit, places like Philly, all these places that, hey, they got some scrappers in there. Just watch it. Watch this. Watch your chin. Watch your mouth. And keep your chin. That's it. Because I want to just watch a fight. I ain't trying to go up there and get in no kind of scraps with nobody like that. But like I said, I'm bringing my buddy with me. So, not because I ain't in no kind of fear, nothing like that. It's just because I know that the generation growing up now, I see my brother out there, salute to D-Lo 404 Boxing. He said salute to all. Yeah. The thing is that I know that the youth just growing up now, they don't like no Generation X's and nothing like that. They don't, they don't have the respect, but they don't understand that the Generation X and above, they don't understand that they've had to scrap all their damn life. Especially Generation X had to do a lot of scrapping. Are you kidding me? They had got, they was promoting, both parents working back then, and sometimes it was just mom. They had to fend for themselves. They had to stay outside all day long. Come on, man, stop it. Don't play. So, but I'm just saying that. Yeah. Jake Brown said dudes from New York can only outfight you with their words. They got zero hands. I'm saying they got some fighters over there. But like what I was saying, per capita is not as bad as what you would think they would be. Because of all the the shooting and gang shit and all that. They just ain't. I know because I was in the military with cats from New York, and I know who can scrap because I had to scrap with a lot of them. So I know which ones of them can throw hands, and which ones can't. I know Texas boys can throw hands. I'm not saying every town in Texas though, because some cats was in Texas that I mopped the floor with them. But there's some cats that and I know some of the cats that can fight. But anyway, Derek Bay says salute to D-Lo 404. Mr. Johnson's boxing talking more. He said EJ's false teeth almost fell out. Mr. Johnson, stop it. Yeah. He should be getting used to him by now. D-Lo 404 said eager. I got the pom-pom cowbells and confetti out today. Or he talking some real boxing. I got the pom-poms and confetti out and cowbells, all that. The whistles, all that shit. Everything's out. Jay Brown saying at D-Lo 404. He said salute. He got the hand up. Good, brother. No, listen. We always talking boxing, but I don't try to glamorize or none of that. But I try to bring real, man. Eagles wear boxing when you want the real, not some deal. I don't really like to get into like all the money stuff and all that. You guys know how Eagle do it. I'm saying, I don't know how heated our conversation got last show because they banned me from children. But I banned children anyway. I say that this is grown folks chat. We don't want a bunch of kids in here in the first place. I was just talking about all the disrespect. I said I'm not having none of that shit, not in my circle. Not in my corner when I go over there. You know what I mean? I'm going there, I'm just trying to enjoy the event, I ain't trying to go there and, come across. That's right, not some deal, brother. I'm not trying to go there and promote anything or nothing like that. I'm not going there. I'm just going there to try. I'm a spectator. I'm going to try to be a spectator. You know what I mean? I might sit there and analyze the fight. I don't want to analyze the fight. I want to have to go home and analyze the fight. I mean, I might be saying, oh, yeah, that was a good round for him or something like that, but I don't want to analyze the fight or nothing like that. I want to analyze the fight later. I want to go off like what a fan looks at. Like, oh, I thought he won. I could have won either way. I want to be able to say something like that and then go back and look and be like, okay, it was a good call. I want to be able to go back and say that the call was good. But this, like I said, this is only the 7th of the month. And with all the trolldom and everything that's happening, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? It's probably one of the worst trolling events that we have had. I mean, even with the Tank Davis versus Ryan, it lasted for a little while. But I think at the end, like after the build up, like when we got down to like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the fight, everybody starts shutting up and they start realizing that Ryan's gonna get killed. You still had a few people hanging on, but most people knew, Ryan, you getting your ass, you getting slept out there. And I kind of knew that when I found out that his chin was not great. So if your chin's not great and you fighting Tank, you can forget it. And that's why I understand about Tank. That's why, like I said, I'm gonna get some money off of Derek Beatty if he fights Shakur. I'm getting $50 off of Derek because Derek's going with Shakur, and whoever else is going with Shakur. I'm getting $50 off y'all if possible, just because Shakur ain't been tested like that. Shakur gonna take a lot of heat because the thing is he likes to find his distance, and he likes to fight, at his distance. He likes to fight like in there. Now he's in the pocket with you. Same thing with Terence Crawford. He in the pocket with you. And people acting like all this slick movement. I gotta find it. And when I find some clips with Terence Crawford with all this slick movement, I'm gonna show them. I just haven't found them yet. I'm still looking for them. I've been looking through all the fights like, where's the slick movement at? I see an opponent getting tired, and I see him digging, finally, digging down and getting the person. This fight ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. It ain't gonna be what I think it is. Dilo said, "What the hell did I miss? Don't tell me y'all cut the food after I jumped out last show." No, I got a notice. I got a notice in my this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday. I got a notice. I seen it pop up on my phone. I'm like, oh, what the hell happened? So I go back in. So I click on it and read it, and it's talking about that I could put in some kind of dispute or whatever. I'm like, for what? I don't think our show was out of line. We didn't do nothing. We didn't talk like heavy. We didn't talk politics. We don't get heavy in no politics or nothing like that. So I don't know what could have happened, because we damn sure didn't talk politics. So sometimes we talk politics, we get in trouble. And just like today, I'm just saying I don't believe shit. And I shouldn't get in trouble because I don't believe none of what the news is reporting. Now they're about to send people up in space for $450,000. After these people just spent $250,000 to go in the ocean and they shit collapsed on them. But now they about to, so now y'all gonna reverse it and go up in space now, so they can say y'all got lost on the moon or some bullshit. Man, stop playing with everybody. Some people grown. I'm just saying that I call this grown folks box, grown folks chat, because some people is grown, man. All of us don't listen to and hear all this shit, man. This because we've been listening to stories for too long. Hundreds of years we've been listening to stories. Like, man, come on, man, stop hitting us with these stories and tell us the truth, man. I don't know. Maybe they got mad because I did bring up Walmart. Walmart there was a dumpster in back of one of the Walmarts. It was completely full to the top with watermelons sticking out the top in a dumpster. And then on top of that, they had like about 10 pallets, so you couldn't open up the dumpster without killing yourself to get those watermelons for free. But my whole thing is, why are all those watermelons in there? Because they tricked us into believing that we eating real stuff in the first place. But if you look at food like potatoes, if you look at food like tomatoes, watermelon, corn, all those things have been hybrid. They've been changed. Most of the stuff that we eat has been changed. Now they're going to get mad at me and take me down because I'm telling the truth. Then that's what you got to do. He said, don't waste your time looking for those Crawford clips, Eagles. He said, your mind's eye ain't going to let you see even if you looking right at it. Okay. No, brother. I see everything. Just like we was just talking about that Ali clip. I never looked for clips for Ali cussing, but I seen a clip of Ali cussing out a reporter the other day and tell him, I told you to get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, what, Ali? Yeah, no. My eyes are, and I don't know, that's kind of disrespectful, brother, because I don't think my eyes ain't blind like that, man. I think I've been around boxing enough to know and see stuff. And I still left these clips up there. I'm just trying to point out a few things on these. People get mad about that. Then I'm just pointing out something. If you got bud, you got bud. But I'm not with the Earl Spence Protection Agency. I'm not with the bud. Protection Agency. I'm just going with Earl. How come I can't just say that? I never said anything that lasted more than 15 seconds about why I think Earl's going to win. I just keep saying that the work rate is going to overwhelm Bud. That's all I say. Is the work rate. I'm not saying Bud don't bring this, Bud don't bring that. See, but the thing about Bud's people is they just talking about how Bud's going to knock out Earl. They don't say how. They just say that he's going to knock Earl out. And if you guys are one of those persons, but if you guys are one of those persons, then that's just how you are. If you just feel, just give me something. Give me something solid about the how Bud's winning. Give me something specific about his footwork that's so much that's going to just confuse the shit out of Earl, where you're going to just piece Earl up. Give me something. At least I'm giving you my opinion. And my opinion is this work rate, you know, Earl to the body, Earl to the head. Just that constant work rate and that constant pressure is the game changer for me. And people act like, oh, you all over, like I'm hanging on Earl's nutsack because I say something, because I use 15 seconds of expressing myself of how I feel this is going to win. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not making a video. I'm not making a one the keys to victory, nothing like that. I'll let y'all figure that out. We could do that, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. But everybody's making it seem like, oh yeah, Eagle done did he on Earl's strap. He done did a whole hour show on just how Earl going to win. You never. If you say that, you'll lie. And you wouldn't say that shit to me. Oh, you a dick rider. Yeah, all the keyboard warriors and people that always talk bad. I always noticed that a lot of people that say certain stuff, and then when we eyeball, when we nose to nose, I don't be hearing nothing like what? I don't hear all the same type of stuff, and I'm not even a tough guy. I just don't hear all that same stuff. Yep. D'Lo said, oh yeah, they passed a new rule. No cussing on videos or live stream. Yeah, they don't care how grown you are either. No cussing means no cussing. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't be dropping like F-bombs and stuff all day. I'm just repeating what, I mean, if somebody says that, I mean, you have to be over to say it. I heard, like I said, I heard an interview where Ali said these words, then I could repeat what somebody said. Shit, if they get away with it on the news, then that's how they get away with it, you know. And they put, what they're doing is they're testing their new artificial intelligence software to see if it can pick out, like, if you're cursing or something like that, but it can't pick it out in all languages, because guess what? I can just curse in another language, and then you pick it out then. So you know that's, yeah. But another thing that I heard, this is what and I'm kind of figuring this out to be true. Don't you know that when they do those live chat bots, when you want to do a complaint or something like that, you can't get in touch with the bank or something like that? Don't you know that those things are actually costing them money? They probably would save money if they had somebody on live. Because a lot of those chat bots can only, even a lot of times the chat bot would tell you, oh, I got 100 pieces of information that I can give you. But they might. You said you played about the no cussing. It might be true. Because I actually heard something similar to that. Not that I'd completely watched my mouth, but I've actually heard something like that. It might not be on YouTube, but it's on some of these forums, yeah, that you gotta watch some of the stuff you say. But this culture is like that though. And I dropped all the way down to the bottom to say that. But D'Lo starting his problems. Yeah, I'll just take it one way or another. But yeah, it could be true too though, D'Lo. So I'm just saying, it can still be true. Maybe not on this forum, but it can still be true. Yep, that genetically modified all the produce and stuff these days. No, it's already been modified. That's hundreds and thousands of years. They did that because they wanted stuff to be more pleasing. They didn't care about the value. They didn't care that the value of it was for your health. So like I tell people, like real sweet, they say we need sugar, but the real sweets, I say, who needs the sweetest things? I'm going to see if you guys actually can understand what I'm asking you. And don't act like you're not here. At least one of y'all's here. So, which animals or which creatures on this earth actually need sweets? Sweets. Which ones? Which ones actually need sweets? I'm going to see if y'all actually know. See if y'all actually knows. Ah. Brother, you have been super consistent in your support of Spence and criticism of Crawford, and that's all good. See what you're saying right now? Is I give Earl like a 15-second assessment, and everybody says that I'm behind Earl Spence. No. When it comes to boxing, I give him 15 seconds. When it comes to him, I give him a few more seconds because I like the way Earl carries himself. I don't necessarily like the way Bud carries himself as much. That's all I was saying like that. That's all I was saying is that, so if people think I rock with Earl, yeah, I rock with Earl. But it's not like I rock with Bud. I like Bud as a boxer, but as far as Bud's style as a man, I don't like it that much. But I don't know him like that. And I've explained that. But people don't hear me when I explain. What they do is they take what I said right away and they get upset with ego. Oh yeah, you always against Bud. I'm not. I just told you I'm not against Bud. He said, "Oh, I was kidding about the cuss." Yeah, I read that already. I do think you are supposed to keep it PG for the first 2 minutes though. Yeah, you can't start off this cussing. They're sensitive as hell. No, and that's what y'all will never catch me. Like, you have to listen to my tone. And a lot of times, like, what I'm real about is like when somebody's like accuse me of like almost being like a strap rider or something like that. No, then I don't get sensitive, but I get like, what the hell is you talking about? Now I don't never talk about Earl like that. I don't never talk about no fighters like that. Even when it comes to Tank Davis, I might drop him a 15-second clip about why I feel like he's gonna win. Same thing. I wasn't like right, but I messed with Tank because he seemed like somebody who would be in a lot of people's family. I didn't even hear the assessment. I'm going off of historical data as a long-time supporter of the channel. Okay, yeah. I like Earl's style, but I don't really like if I do a breakdown with Earl, like when he beat up Curl Brook. Everybody was thinking, because I didn't like the fact that people were saying how well Kell Brook was doing. So I did the breakdown. If you go back and look at that show, you will see the breakdown of how that he was scared the whole fight. Because I did specific like little clips where you see Earl throwing punches and like close-up shots where you can see Kell Brook was throwing apologetic punches. He wasn't trying to like fight Earl off. Everything he was throwing was apologetic. But only thing we can do, D-Lo, is see how this fight go. Now, I'm not gonna be puffing my chest out, when Earl win. I'm just gonna say, yeah, it was a good fight. Earl did his thing, whatever. But I might clown all the Bud fans. I might clown them a little bit just because I just feel like it. Yeah. Yeah, D-Lo said, I started off a video cussing, it turned yellow. Yep. Derek Baker said, people, because if I don't get an almond joy, I might kill somebody. Yeah. But it's actually simple. It's hummingbirds, butterflies, and bees, for the most part. And there's some animals that need a little bit. But nobody needs like super like sweet. Like honey. Most people you don't need to eat something super sweet. I didn't see, the thing is, I did not say that you don't need sugar. I did not say that. That didn't come out of my mouth. My mouth did not say that you did not need. My mouth said that, sweet, when it comes to sweet, like super sweet stuff, you don't need it. I know what you mean though, that sweets, hey, don't end up getting the sugar. No, not you. He said, I'm saying people are so sensitive. Oh, that is why you can't offend people nowadays. Yeah. The whole new culture, we talked about that early in the show when we was talking about this next generation. That's why I said I ain't trying to roll naked when I go watch the fight. I said I ain't trying to roll naked like that. But yeah, and also I support Wilder, but I would say like fighters that I support, like I know when they gonna get their ass whooped. Like Wilder, like I know he's gonna get his ass whooped, and I will talk about it. I will still say I want Wilder to win. I want him to win, but yeah. Okay, you said Brooke was doing well in the early. On in is a good thing that Earl dispelled the claim that he didn't have anything going in. Yeah, same Brooke doing well versus Crawford early. Yeah. Okay, well, me and you, we agreed to disagree on that one because I didn't think Kale had shit for Bud. I didn't think that Khan had nothing for Bud. I think even Virgil Hunter said that Khan was already finished after the Canelo fight. Yeah. Well, see, that's what I pay attention to nature. That's why I knew. I said, we don't need sweets like that because we have sweets like that. We should be moving like a hummingbird if we have that. Yeah, I'm going to support the fight big time. He said, for him, the comfort of my home. Yeah. That's what's up, though. Yeah, you're right, though, Derek. It was because the high metabolism, they got to, The butterflies, not so much. See, the thing is, butterflies, it don't seem like they're flapping that much. But see, the thing about butterflies is butterflies need that energy because look at their size and those big-ass wings they got. You see what I mean? And hummingbirds is probably pretty, that's self-evident because, if they run out of fuel, just like bees, if they run out of fuel, that's over with. And some ants. Because that's all they do is work. They just moving all day, traveling. If you look how far ants travel, if you did the comparison for their size, see how far away they walk away from home. It's like probably equivalent of us walking 200 miles away from home, and running 200 miles away from home, and then running back home. I mean, they go a long ways. Something like that. Yeah, but a lot of fighters, like I will say, like just like a lot of people will say that Jamal is like the most talented one out of the Charlos. And I said no. I said Jamel. I said Jamel is more. He's more the big brother, to be honest. He just is. I mean, it tells. You can tell even their mental state. You can tell. What they have done in the ring. You can tell by just that. So there's fighters that I'll back. I'll back fighters, but I mean, like I said, even when I did that breakdown, just go back and look at the breakdown. I wasn't trying to be biased and stuff. I said, look at his face. Look what he's doing. I ain't the one that quit in the ring. Kell Brook is the one that quit in the ring. I didn't. And people get mad at me. Oh, he was doing good. Oh, until he quit. Yeah, you're always doing good until you quit. Ugas had more balls than Kell Brook. Ugas didn't even have an eye left, and he was still trying to fight. Stop. That's cap. Y'all can make me say that shit is cap because I think Ugas is tougher than Kell Brook. Ugas was still wanting to go. He said, yep, so-called experts can't explain why bumblebees are able to fly like that. Yeah, they got to vibrate. Yeah. What they're finding is they don't even fly. That's a frequency that they use. But man knows that the sound is actually the most powerful thing there is. But the thing is, the reason they can't control and make and have things made out of sound is because sound has to be controlled in all directions in order for it to build, in order for it to create, like anything that's anything that's three-dimensional. Because that's all we can see is three-dimensional. We really don't. It's hard for people even for you to comprehend something that's four-dimensional is very hard. I forgot what they call it. What they call it? A Tarok? What is it called? A Tarok? Is that four-dimensional drawing? They have something that's called a Tarok. Because you can't find it. You can just Google it if you want to try to find something that's made out of 6 dimensions. You're not going to find it. It's not really. It's hard to define it. You got to be real good in math in order to know that. Jamel cried. pouted and tend to temper his way into being the big brother. Yep, that might be true. I know. He said, right. I know how Japan, they use the Asian hornet saliva to make energy drinks. Yeah, they got a lot of things that they use that are energy. Just like the pollen. That pollen shit make me itch. They have weaponized sound waves, but we aren't supposed to know about that. Yeah, well, a lot of things. What do you think? What do you think? All this. Oh shit! Y'all gonna get me in trouble. What y'all think all this G is about? Huh? All this G, and even though you're watching me, it's sound. It's all sound. All of it's waves. You think they're not related? You think sound waves, radio waves, you think all that shit ain't related? From radio waves, you end up with sound somehow. Because all you're doing, you're changing them. You're changing it. Once it hits the system, it goes into another system and comes out as sound waves. So it was already waves. Derek said like that microwave thing they used to zap crowds. Yeah, and they got that loud. They got a loud one too. They got a loud one. They got the one that they zap crowds with. They got all this. Man, please. If you're sitting underneath cell towers, if you got cell towers in your neighborhood, they can zap you. They can zap you, fry you, whatever. They can. All they do is crank them up. That's what we're in. You're in a microwave. You're walking around in a microwave. It's a damn shame, man, that they don't even need all that strength. We don't need all this. We don't even need the internet the way that it is now. It was already working. We don't need all this extra shit. We never needed all they needed was the speed. To speed it up enough, that's it. So it wouldn't crash. And they could have done that. You could still have dial-up. You could have a dial-up and still have enough power to stream and all that. It's just because their technology, they're taking it real slow. But they still have the technology. But they're taking it real slow. So so all your peripherals and all your inner parts of computers and shit is just so small. You know, but they're not meant. They're micro. They call them micro processors, but they have stuff that they can make even smaller. If you just think about it, because a lot of people that's even watching me now is on a phone. Think about that. What's your hard drive in the phone? You see? So it's for a certain reason. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but it's for a certain reason. Is why they even have computers this big. But guess what? Some countries and companies don't care about stuff being as big as it is now. They starting to expose this whole industry, and now they're making stuff that's real small. I don't know if you guys seen this, but they got this giant screen. It's about 90 inches or something like that, and probably like 4 feet tall. And it's a big screen. It could hold the weight of 100 and something pound person. It's not going to crack, but it can bend. And that whole screen probably weighs 5 pounds at the most. You know, most televisions like those, even big screens, they're pretty heavy. Not like the old school big screens that you grew up with, but the big screens that we have now, they're still pretty heavy. But now some of these countries are making them. And don't think we get access to everything. We don't get access to everything over here. You got to find your neighbors that moved, that relocated over here from a different country, and they were able to bring some of their stuff. You got to find them. To find some of these great products like the phones. We don't even have the best phones. Korean phones make our phones look like dial-up phones. Yep. There's a huge difference between Brooke going into the Spence fight and Ugas going into the Spence fight. Tell us what's the difference? Earl had gotten accidents and stuff when he fought Ugas, but just tell us that. Let me hear, D-Lo. I'm not trying to be condescending or nothing like that, but what was the difference? Brooke wasn't okay going in. He was bigger than Earl. Ugas was bigger than Earl, if you ask me. It might not have been, but he looked like he was bigger than Earl. But what was the difference? Kell Brook, what was he hurt? Was Kell Brook hurt going into the fight, or what was it? Ugas didn't quit. His eye looked worse than Kell Brook's did, and I heard he had broken ribs and everything, and some other shit that was messed up with him. He didn't quit. I'm just saying, man, y'all not gonna mess with me on this. I mean, I know y'all have your own understanding and stuff like that, but y'all not really gonna mess with me on it because it's like if I'm not telling facts, then tell me. Give me the facts that I'm not giving you on if Kell Brook quit and if his corner had to make him stop. No, they got another one there. It's not even a wraparound screen. They got one that you can actually bend it in half. Equal, if I had to tell you the difference, well, we need to stop talking about Spence. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good way out of it. They're two different fighters, I know that, but you're saying it was like, oh, it was a huge difference. What was it was a huge difference? Okay, somebody else tell me, because I don't know shit anyway. I'm just rambling on anyway. I know boxing though. You guys know fighters better than I do. But I know boxing. I know combat. I'm a combatant. No, I'm a combatant. And you say stop listening to Derrick James? No, it has nothing to do with Derrick James. Ugas, I watched the Ugas fight. Ugas wasn't quitting. The doctor had to come in and look at him and everything. The doctor didn't even look at Kell Brook. Okay, now do I win on that point? Let me ask Derek Bailey. Derek Bailey, did the doctor even look at Kell Brook before Kell Brook quit in the Errol Spence fight? Did he look at Ugas when Ugas lost? But did even a doctor even look at Kell Brook? Did anybody look at Kell Brook before he quit? Man, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop listening to Derrick James. He the only one to put that man had broken ribs and a broken nose. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say Derrick James said anything. I never even mentioned Derrick James. That's something that you putting out there. I said that Ugas had other stuff that was broken on him or messed up on him. I never said Derrick James said anything. I'm just saying that I didn't hear it from Derrick James. I heard it from I think I heard it from Big Dog, not Big Dog. What's his name? What's the dude that Charlo beat up? He has a show now. I don't know if y'all go to his show, but I think I heard it in some of his comments or something like that. But people always got rumors, so I'm just saying, I'm just bringing it up. I never said Derrick James. I never said anybody specific. But fighters go into fights like hurt and stuff like that, so I understand that part of it. I mean, nobody goes into a fight 100 talking about, oh, I'm 100. No, not really. You're probably not. You're probably not out there. Yeah. But I don't know. He said, right, big difference between here and Japan. I noticed that. Even the motorcycles we ride here are different from the ones in Japan. Yeah. It's because of the noise and because of the motorcycles here is mostly because of the noise. There's the noise and the gas, so they always tune them down over here. They govern a lot of stuff anyway though. But the way they used to govern, so what they used to do, so back in the day, how they used to govern like the engines, is they would put like I was gonna say a heat sink, but it's not a heat sink. It's because a heat sink is more or less it will block the heat. But it's like so let's say it's like a thermal. It's more like a thermocouple. They can only take so much heat. That's how they would be able to tell if you abused the old engine. So what happened? It was melt off. Kell had just quit his previous fight at 160 with Triple G, and was coming off of facial surgery after filing. What did he say? Several exceptions. Ugas was not going into the fight under those circumstances. Okay. Earl didn't have no kind of surgeries or nothing like that. All right, I got you. No, Earl didn't have no kind of surgeries and shit like that. He's not even fighting Bud off of like having any surgeries or nothing. He didn't have no car accidents or nothing, but he's still fighting Bud. So you're right. I'm saying Derrick James put that out there, saying he heard etc. Oh, Derek James says all kinds of shit. But you know what? What I do listen about Derek James, one thing about Derek James is he puts, a lot of times Derek James is just talking as a trainer and people take him wrong. He's just speaking as a trainer. He's not speaking as an expert, but he's speaking as a trainer. You know, he's speaking as a trainer. I don't think people take Derek James and stuff like real serious. Like a lot of times they take trainers and fighters too serious, but they're speaking as a fighter. They're speaking as a trainer. They're not really. My whole concern with this whole fight is what's getting to me is this whole fan base thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna speak on any. Now we might do a breakdown in here, but I'm not gonna speak on the fighters. Like I said, I just want to hear somebody give me a good Bud assessment. Like I said, I'm only gonna give Earl a 15. I only give Earl 15 seconds. I can do a whole thing on it, inside, outside, this, that. But I'm only gonna give him 15 seconds. The only reason I did that Kell Brook breakdown in the first place because everybody was acting like he was winning. No, and it wasn't because Kell wasn't in the fight, but they was acting like he was beating Earl. I'm like, he wasn't beating Earl, so I had to show him because I had to watch that fight a lot of times in order. And yes, I would have felt like, oh yeah, he was doing good. But when I started watching, I started looking at the facial expression. But when you guys watch fights, you might not watch the same thing as I watch. Like if somebody get hit to the body, if somebody's reporting that somebody got a body shot, all they're reporting is that they had a body shot, that the body shot landed. No, I'm not caring about the body shot landed. I'm caring about what your reaction was when you took the body shot. See, and people start, and now you will notice when Tank Davis fought Ryan Garcia, now people understand what I look at. I look at the same thing with Tank. Was Tank seen that I hit you in the body? Oh, you about to throw up. Oh, then once Tank seen that, Tank's lips went like this, ooh, and his eyes got big. That's what I look at in fights. So while y'all saying somebody's doing good, but y'all not, and I'm not a psychologist like that, but I look at people like, oh yeah, he hurt, because I've been like in those situations. I'm like, oh yeah, he's getting hurt. Yeah, he's getting hurt. Yeah, but Derek James, but a lot of the trainers say certain stuff is out. Some of them is outlandish. Like, what are you saying? Stop. So you could pick and choose what a trainer says, and I'm going to pick some of what Derek says, and I'm going to use it in his context. Is like, Derek, you're talking as a trainer, or you're talking as a fan. Sometimes Derek James will talk as a trainer. Sometimes he talk as a fan, and sometimes he talk as a troll. All that. So you have to understand which person is speaking. A lot of times when these trainers and stuff are speaking, you got to understand. This is like Rolly Romero. He made himself big on trolling. He still trolls. He trolls Haney, talks bad about Haney. Oh, he ugly, got a big nose. But guess what? It got his ass into a championship fight with Tank. Ryan Garcia. That's what I'm saying. He got in a championship fight with Tank. Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter on earth, but he haven't even fought Tank. I'm like, what? Man, y'all got to make it make sense to me. How are these non-fighters getting these big paydays from Tank, and then Shakur Stevenson can't get a fight? Y'all got to make it clear to me somehow, man. So my point being, I wouldn't expect Ugas to react the same way Brook did once his face started falling apart. Oh, I read D'Lo's statement on Facebook. He said it was a rumor. Yeah, but sometimes a lot of stuff like you say that I'm saying that Derek James put out there saying he heard it said that, like, I told you, man, a lot of times Derek James is trolling. He's speaking as a trainer. He's speaking as a troll sometimes. He's really sarcastic. He's really smart. People take credit away from Derek James being very smart. He know what he's doing. But I don't feel like playing like the psychological games with him all the time. Like some of the stuff that I've listened to him, I'm like, okay, I can see the point of what you're saying. Just like when Roy Jones does the same thing. He's not as much of a troll, but most time Roy Jones, he speaks as a boxer, as a fighter, is things that he prefer as a fighter. What he see, he doesn't look at stuff as an analyst all the time. The ones that used to box and act like they're analysts, they be way out of pocket and they really don't understand. Just like Tim Bradley to me is just a troll. He's speaking out of pocket He's speaking out of hate a lot of times. Because he already seen the way that Mikey was going to beat Earl Spence. So do you still trust him? Oh, I see how Mikey sees the same thing I seen. But you didn't fight Earl Spence. But you seen all this shit. Yep. Derek say, right, they slower over here. Yep. Jay Brown said, I'll be glad when 29th come and go. Yeah, I don't care. It can go slow as it want to or go fast. All I'm saying to Jay Brown is we got to watch. We're going to see a fight, and that's all it is to it. I can be wrong, right, whatever. It don't matter, because I do a talk show. I do a stream, and when I do a stream, it's whatever it is. Sometimes I'm with rhetoric. Sometimes I'm just messing around too, though. Even if you hear me serious, I'm just messing around. I have people talk to me all day. Like, people will talk to me and say, "Oh, I was just playing," and I just go along with like they were serious. I just go along with it. I said, "I know." I said, but I wasn't giving in to the laughter and smiling and nothing like that. I said, "I know you was messing around," but that's how I am. My personality is like that. I'll just tell people, like, "Yeah, I know you was playing," but they think I took them serious. I said, "No, I ain't take you serious like that." I said, I just don't crack. Like, my smile don't crack. I mean, like, a lot of times when I read a lot of you guys' comments, then you guys can make me laugh, make me crack. But sometimes I just stay like this way. I stay like this. Oh, that damn eagle. I just stay like this the whole time. And so it's hard to get like a good read on me. I hope he didn't take that serious. No, I just go along with it. Derek can be around me so long, probably longer than anybody. So it's like, let me see, who was, I think, so Sir Flame, Jay Brown, Derek Bailey. Who else, Derek? Lala, not Lala, a little bit Lala. Ivy used to come see us a lot, Ivy Webb. But I'm saying the people that was there, like, from jump, from the start, they was just like there. They know Eagle, and I'm just gonna keep it going like this. Yep. Yeah, but Dilo said the boxing fans will be all right. It's the fanboys who going to be distraught and overreact about the outcome or the way of one way or another. Yeah, of course, and that's what I was saying from months ago. As I said that this is really going to be, it's horrible that this has to be a fanboy and fangirl fight. That they're the ones. That's what I'm saying. That's why I got to bring if I got to bring my buddy with me, for the fight, because they're gonna be doing stupid shit over. You said this. They're gonna be. They too emotional. They get too emotional. They're gonna be wanting to fight and all that shit. I'm not. I'm too grown to be playing around with folk like that, and I just don't feel like playing with them like that. And that's exactly what they're gonna do. And D-Lo right. They're gonna overreact. Now I'm talking. Now when I say that I'm agreeing with you, now I'm being really serious. I'm not just reading your statement. Like, okay, like that. I'm not just reading it. On that point, I do agree at that point. And just like you too with Jay Brown. He said, me too at Jay Brown. He said, I'm laughing at every MF who come out making excuses and making he said crying man videos. Yep. Oh, but so this is one thing, like right here. Now this is so this is one thing that we have to know is that, or that make time for this. I'm gonna just tell you guys, if you guys want to have fun, regardless of whoever wins this fight, regardless of who wins, just go. Like, if you were a little bit hurt behind whoever won, then don't do it. But just go and pick on some of these it's gonna be a lot of live streams that night. It's going to be live streams that go until probably 4 o'clock in the morning, or maybe even more. My suggestion to you guys is go to some of these live streams and just have fun with these people, because you are going to have some fun with them. You are going to get some laughs. Just go and get thrown out of some chats. Go in some chat rooms and get blocked. You might as well have fun. Shit. And I'm not just saying that because I'm not going to do it, because I'll probably end up driving. So shit. If I'm driving shit, I'm gonna be on my phone clowning and going in all kinds of chat rooms and starting all kinds. I'm gonna start trouble. That's gonna be my thing. Sometimes he talks as a manager promoter. Yeah, he talks as a manager promoter. But see, the thing is, when he tells you, See, this is what I listened to when he was running his mouth. I listened to him say that he's not a promoter. So that's what I listened to. And then so when he starts giving promotional advice, I'm like, you guys don't fall for him giving promotional advice or manager. Don't fall for him doing that shit because he's just trolling. I said, Derrick James is really funny. A lot of people just don't know him. They don't look in his eyes and see, oh, this is a funny dude. He's funny, man. He does shit. Like somebody like a Virgil Hunter is just a serious guy. He's just always monotone and serious the whole time. But some of these guys they actually comedians. They're actually funny, but Derrick James has a dry ass sense of humor. But he's a good trainer though. Yeah, yep. Roddy Shields does too, but those guys are great. Well respected coaches. Yeah. But Ronnie Shields is usually really serious too, though. He's not really. I don't see Ronnie Shields as like a person who really plays or messes with people. I don't see him really messing with somebody. Bradley is one of your boys, the Eagles. Stop it, Derrick. Okay, for 5 extra points in one of these upcoming trivias, somebody let me know. I'll put me right this 5 since Derrick brought that shit up. What is Eagles' nickname for Tim Bradley? Now, and if you know the nickname, if you guys remember that, then you guys will understand that I ain't no damn Tim. That ain't one of my boys. He said, he always trolling D-Lo. Derrick, he called everybody my boy. He called De La Hoya my boy. He said, what happened to your boy? He'll call Tyson Fury my boy. He'll call everybody my boy that he know I don't really rock with. He said, what? He'll be like, what's up with your boy? I'm like, right, that's my boy. Okay, DLC, I'm going live this weekend if I can remember how to. Yeah, Eagle, just spit it out. I don't need the damn disclaimer. This your show, our show. He said GFC. It's y'all show. I'm just behind the mic, man. I'm just behind the mic. It's y'all show, man. No, somebody else. That's somebody else's milk dog. That's not me, brother. Yeah, but we said milk dog in here, but I gave him something else. I'll give y'all a hint. It has something to do with no, I can't do it. It has something to do with the arches. But anyway, he said, Eagle, I'm not messing with some of these unstable motherfuckers. I had a Bible channel get mad at me when I commented on someone's else's channel that I felt him drop Bud. He threatened my life. Yeah. But you know what? See, the one thing, at least Bud is kind of honest. Bud is kind of honest because he knew that he knew that he was dropped by green beans. He knew he was dropped by green beans because he said he was kind of hurt. But he said that the little dude hurt him. And I'm like, the little dude couldn't even hurt Tank. I'm like, how's this little dude hurt him? But we saw it. The Gamboa hurt him. Gamboa hurt him and green beans hurt him. So we seen him getting hurt. I just don't know if Bud is tough and all that. He's showing that I'm a power lifter, I'm this and that. But all that shit ain't gonna matter in the ring. You got to be able to. You got to fight. And I did hear somebody cursing. One of the last videos that I heard is somebody was making a point. They said Bud is gonna have to beat Earl off of him. That's only. He said he's gonna have to beat his ass off you. I mean you. But with Jay Brown, everybody say the time building up to the fight, it can go slow, fast, whatever. Because my point is that we're going to have a fight. So far, we're going to have a fight. We are going to have a fight. Hopefully. I mean, as long as nothing happens, we're going to have a fight. So we all get to witness what the hell happened. Milk Dud, would you stop it? Here we go. Something always popping up when I'm trying to read what y'all write. Roddy Shields, he does his own show called War Week Radio every Tuesday. That's Jay Brown saying, yeah, Tuesday evening. and he does a fact or fiction with the host. Ronnie goes in on those he doesn't like. He will go in on you. I'm not saying that but he's more serious than he is like. Well, people can be a serious person and be a troll. I do serious trolling sometimes. Because I'll act like I'm oblivious to what the hell's going on and just keep going. I like to, sometimes I just like to keep the situation going. D-Lo does the same damn thing with me. But I know him, so I'm like, is he serious? Or whatever. I said, whatever, I'm just gonna keep my same tone. But then I'll ask a question. I said, are you really serious about that? I said, are you really serious about that? I said, because even when I was talking about like the Kell Brook, for me and my estimation is he just got the shit beat out of him. He got beat up, and he never wanted to re-up. That's my whole point. Is he never wanted to re-up with Earl. He didn't go get a belt so he can re-up at 150 because that's all Earl was interested in. I'll fight you at 154. Just go get your ass a strap. I ain't just fighting you for nothing. I already beat you up. He said green beans, huh? Yep, green beans. Yep. He said Lil Durk hurt him when the little dude was a bad MF and Crawford was boiling himself down to 135. Little dude also got stopped a few months later in that same round. Okay, he got stopped. The point wasn't that he got stopped. The point was that Bud got hurt. Let me just put it to you guys this way. If you go up in weight, your chin don't go up in weight. So that's all I'm gonna say. Just because I'm just tell you like this one more time again. Just because you go up in weight, don't mean your chin go up in weight. Your chin does not go up in weight. Your chin does not go up in weight. If you get hurt at 135, you damn sure gonna get hurt at 150, 160. Manny Pacquiao's chin didn't really. His boxing skill kept him his busyness kept his chin straight. But all that jumping off the canvas shit got his ass caught. Now he had a style that didn't get him caught as much as other fighters get caught because of his busyness and him being left-handed. You know. But when Marquez caught him, because you got to realize Marquez caught him with a good shot before Marquez put him to sleep. He had caught him with a shot before that. And Pacquiao had put him down. But he caught Pacquiao with a shot. And I was like, oh shit, he caught him with a shot. Then you start seeing what he's trying to set up. And he stepped right into the punch. Man, please. People thought Manny was dead after he took that knockout. But I'm just saying, if a little guy can hurt you, if you can be hurt by a smaller guy, a bigger guy can hurt you too. That's all I'm saying. D-Lo at Jay Brown. Does he still go off when asked about Andre? Yeah, God dang. Jay Brown said to D-Lo, he said, no, he doesn't really get asked about Andre no more. Yeah. D-Lo said, I completely disagree. Well, it's good. We can completely disagree. Your chin don't go up. You're a grown man. Your chin don't go up. Did Tommy Hearns have better punch resistance, or did Tommy Hearns just not get checked? You better go back and look at some of them clips. Shit, Tommy Hearns went to sleep faster with some of them heavier guys than he did with Marvin Hagler. So I'm not going to agree with that one at all. I'm not going to agree with that at all. I'm not going to agree with that at all. I'm not going to agree with that. You know. When you move up, Roy Jones started getting put to sleep when he started moving up and down. Yeah, so Tommy Hearns had a better punch resistance as he moved up. I'm not going to agree with that one. I'm serious about that. I ain't going to agree with that one. There is such a thing as losing punch resistance as you take off too much weight. Okay. Your chin ain't losing all that weight. If I got an iron jaw, I've still got an iron jaw. I told y'all about my head. My head got harder and harder, man. I didn't even tell y'all, man. Don't you know when I was a kid, I shouldn't even be talking to y'all right now. Somebody broke a brick over my head. One of one of those orange bricks, not the red one, not the easy to crack ones. Somebody broke a brick over my head, man. And I'm still here living. Like, it messed my skull up a little bit, but I'm still here living to talk to y'all, man. And there ain't no way I should be here. Some people just got hard ass heads. And I wasn't even out. I should have been knocked out and I should have been dead. I mean, could have. But I'm still here to talk to y'all. Shit. 2 years old, I got ran into a tree. I still got a knot on my head. But even at 2 years old, I wasn't out. Your chin, if you got a good chin when you little, you're going to have a good chin when you go up. So we're going to disagree about that when you talk about the chin resistance like going down. Because I think if somebody like Wilder, if Wilder moved down to like cruiserweight or light heavyweight, those punches down there, those guys is punching him at 175 and 200 ain't going to hurt Wilder like those guys up in heavyweight. Just saying. Roy Jones moved down and up, but he stopped his shit. Roy Jones actually winning a fight at one time. When he was fighting that one dude, how the ref, and I didn't like that. I didn't like when I watched those clips of that fight. I don't like that fight. I don't like what the ref did because Roy Jones was hurting that fighter, and then he kind of eased up and got his ass knocked out. He got his own self hurt and knocked out. But I ain't like the ref was giving that guy an 8 count. He wasn't trying to give Roy an 8 count. He trying to let Roy get pieced up. He said JL said took Pacquiao's punch better than, and they went up in weight. Okay. But it's not really a controversy because we gotta look at it like this too though, that we still know this, the styles make fights and all this shit anyway. So the styles make fights, and you're gonna have your point about if you move up, your chin moves up with you, and I don't see it. I'm sorry. Just off my life experience, your chin ain't moving up with you. I'm saying you could move up so many classes. You could move up so many classes. But ain't no way Manny, and think of Manny shouldn't have had a chin coming from what, 108 all the way up to 154? He shouldn't have had a chin at 154. It's called talent. Certain talent. There's certain talent. The talent wasn't there. He gonna say Roy moved down and went to sleep. He went up to Tarver's weight and went to sleep. That's when he went to sleep, because he went up to Tarver's weight. That's when he went night. But anyway, I'm not talking about Roy no more. I'm just saying I don't know. I just threw Roy out there as an example. But I'm just saying your chin usually don't. It ain't gonna get stronger usually. Because I just threw Wilder out there. Nobody wants to debate me on that part. It's not a matter of your chin moving up. It's a matter of lessening your punch resistance as you drop down. Okay, and I understand what you're saying. He came down to Tarver weight, but he was lower than Tarver weight. Roy Jones fought at lower than Tarver weight. He fought at lower than, just Google it if you don't see where Roy Jones started off at. That's what I'm talking about. I know Roy was moving up and down. Roy was all over the place. So, I mean, so you could be right and just say that he moved down to the weight, but I'm going to say he moved up into the weight. Because if that's the case, I can say that about Floyd Mayweather. Because Floyd Mayweather moved up and had to move up and move down. Because he fought some catch weights lower than his welterweight. So he had to move up and down. So it's just, for me, it's like your chin, this is not getting stronger as you move up. So if you're a flyweight and you move up to middleweight, your ass is not, your chin is not going to be stronger than it was if you was flyweight, if you was at middleweight. And just think about it. I just gave you an example that right now, that Manny, is some, and I'm not saying it's in all cases, it's just an exception. There might be an exception out there. There might be some. I'm not saying I'm not a right person. I'm not a person that has to be right about everything. I'm just saying, in my estimation, that your chin, for the most part, is not going to get big. Okay, you said Roy moved down from 201. But yeah, you got that's your point. From 201 to 170. Yeah, because he fought. Who was he fought? He fought the Mexican guy, right? Up at the heavyweight. Yeah, I understand that. But that's not the part that I'm talking about. I'm talking about your chin. Don't really. Your chin just ain't strengthening. Yeah, your chin is not strengthening when you moving up and down. Your chin is not strengthening. Some little cats can take a big punch. They can just take a punch regardless of what weight they're at. They can just take a punch. I think Tank Davis can take a punch at probably in a lot of different weight classes. Who else could take a punch at different weight classes that I feel? There's not a whole lot of fighters right now that I think can take a punch at different weight classes. Earl Spence probably can take a punch at different weight classes. Yeah, I had to mention EJ. Terrence Crawford might be able to. I think Jamel Charlo probably can take punches at a heavier weight. Let me see. I can't see Danny Garcia taking punches at 175. I can't see somebody like a Sean Porter taking. Even Sean Porter's fought heavy when he was in the amateurs. I can't see Sean Porter really taking a lot of punches at 175. I'm just stopping at 175. So I'm taking these smaller guys and putting them up there. You know, there's a lot of fighters I can't see. Like if you start at 135, I can't see you taking punches at 175. I just can't. I just don't. For me, you might be able to. Yeah. You said Chad Dawson punch resistance went out the window when he dropped down to 168 for the first time in years. Who was he fighting at 168? Ask yourself that question. Who was he fighting at 168? That was Styles too. He probably could have took punches, but that was Styles too though. He got clipped. He got his ass clipped. I used to like Bad Chad. Chad used to be one of my. I mean, when it comes to boxing, that was one of my favorite guys though. Chad and Taylor too. I like when they do the little stupid shit. They just like when Earl be wiping his feet on the canvas. I like this. I like that shit, man. It's entertain. It's like we got to have some entertainment. I've never been a fan of the. I mean, even though I stick my tongue out when I play basketball, I've never been like a fan of like the blatant sticking out of the tongue. You know, sometimes I'm not with that. I'm not with the holding up the like certain hands. That'll turn me off. If I see you holding up hand signals and you sticking your tongue out and doing certain shit, I get. Even if you my favorite, you probably not gonna be my favorite when. Not you. You might still be one of my favorites when it comes to boxing, but I ain't gonna mess with you like that. Anybody who doing all kind of hand signals and all that, I don't mess with you like that. I just don't do it. You say Andre Ward, who had very few KOs. But then the styles. Don't forget that, D-Lo. When you're reporting your boxing, it's the style. Andre Ward had the style. It's just like his trainer was saying. That he felt that he could beat Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was huge. He felt that Andre Ward could beat Anthony Joshua. It's styles. It goes with styles also. But anyway, let's get out of here, man. Y'all done held me way hostage today, man. I know some of y'all gone, but salute to y'all, man. Salute. My shout out to all the real people that I see, and my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Even D-Lo 404 Boxing messes with Eagles Wear Boxing. We don't agree on nothing. I don't know if it's play or serious, but I don't know. I don't care. I just be funning with everybody. I had fun with y'all today. Don't get hurt. Don't take Eagles serious, because I don't know shit. I don't know nothing, man. I just like to have fun. And a lot of times, yeah, I am trolling a lot of times. Sometimes I'm just messing around. But anyway, it's entertaining for me. So, but anyway, y'all know what it is, man. It's nothing but peace. It's nothing but blessings. I got to find a new word for blessings, because I found out that blessings is not doesn't mean what it's supposed to, and I'm very conscious about certain stuff. So don't be surprised if I come up with something else instead of blessings and stuff. I'm like, really? Because the words we use in this English, man, they're not the words we probably should be using a lot of times. You know, We use certain words and we probably shouldn't use them, but hey, we need to become accustomed to using all these things. Bless. But I explained my way of saying blessing has nothing to do with sacrificing anything, has nothing to do with blood, has nothing to do with nothing. My definition of blessing is mean that you guys, that you stay, healthy, and yet y'all stay, you guys stay, you know, in a comfort, not with your peace, and stay comfort on the inside to where, okay, I feel good, I'm blessed, it's peaceful, I feel blessed. But I found out that it actually meant the root part of it means to douse in blood and stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not for eagles. My definition don't have shit to do with that. So like I said, I come up with another. I got to come up with another English word for y'all. But for me, it means good for y'all. That's all I'm saying. It means good to y'all. It don't mean nothing effed up. And this is me being serious here. Has to take this Burrell off tour. He said, okay, twice. Effing around listening to you. Hey, MJ, you ain't talking about no food today, man. What happened, brother? You ain't cooked? There, everybody say peace, family. Okay, D-Lo said peace and blessings. That damn, yeah, MJ ain't cooking, man. Hey, hey, Derek, MJ done got poor on his office. Remember MJ used to always come in. Didn't he always used to come in like cooking? What, man, groceries and got thin. But anyway, and that's another hope for all y'all, man, is that your groceries go up. So for all y'all, man, I'm hoping that all your groceries go up and y'all be like, oh yeah, I got groceries. I want y'all to be like that. I want y'all to be in a way where y'all be like, yeah, I got my groceries on. I want y'all to be able to, don't throw it in people's face, but I want y'all to be able to show off. Oh, okay. He said okay, that's what you messing with that barrel. Okay, that's what you was talking about, yeah. Oh, the AR-15, yeah. I can't get my ego over here, man. I live out west, man, and they're illegal out here. It's illegal for me to have a gun named Eagle. That's my damn name is Eagle. Yeah, them bugs and that heat right now is killing y'all. But yeah, I can't have, man. Look, man, y'all write to the government up here in California and tell them, hey, y'all let Eagle get his Eagle, man. Yeah, how you gonna make my name is Eagle, but I can't have an eagle? What's wrong with an eagle having an eagle? That don't even make sense, man. That's part of nature. I should be able to have an eagle. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Derek, let them know what it is. Oh yeah, my last thought. I know what I was saying. I know what I was thinking is that no, I said MJ. No, that's not. No, MJ. He might cook a little, but that's not who be cooking. It was somebody else, man. It was somebody else, man. I was looking at the letters. I was like, oh, it was. He ain't talked about cooking for a while. Yeah, but it was somebody else, man. It wasn't MJ. It was somebody else to be doing all that cooking every time they come in. Oh yeah, I'm on the grill. They always on the grill, and not Lala D, but they always on the grill. But anyway, y'all have a good weekend over here, man.